Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another show of a street man and a Christian woman. And tonight's topic is going to be similar to the past two topics that I talked about, and that is the importance of a wife. I'm trying to stress to men and women the importance of a wife and the role of a wife and how a wife plays such an important part of a marriage. I've been married to my wife over 20 something years, and through time, I found out the importance of her. I believe it took place somewhere once I received God in my heart, and God helped me really see the wife that He blessed me with, which is considered the rock. And in most marriages, the wife is the rock. The wife is the one that holds things together when the men may just go to work and provide. She works, provides, and keep things going. And once you get God in your heart, you will truly understand and truly see the role of your wife and how she keeps your life in order. For an example, and I guess that's what leads me to this topic is we went to the doctor a few days ago to get me my yearly physical. And in the process of us getting my yearly physical, all my checks was coming up correct. I didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have diabetes. I didn't have any ailments that was consist of me having to take any pills of any kind. And my weight was pretty much fluctuated for my height and my age. And the lady who was giving the tests, she praised my wife. Now I looked and I said, okay. I'm pretty much in this body, but she praised my wife for maintaining my life. And I took a minute to get it, but I get it because of the simple fact of what I'm saying. The wife is the one that holds things together. I've been blessed with a wife that has kept me not only sexually pleased, because I spoke about that, but I'll say that she kept me healthy. I'm 57 years old. I don't have any ailments, and she feed me and make sure that I exercise and take care of myself. Not just, other needs that may not be seen. And that's what the lady was praising her for. And it almost was amazing that she got the praises because I'm in good health. Which reminds me to show you another example of the rock. As we was watching divorce court and the wife was complaining that he got big and fat. And the judge said, you fed him. So that's that thing I'm trying to explain to men about the rock and the woman that you have in your life. When you have a wife that not only care about you, that care about your health, then that's when you know that you have a beautiful wife, because not only is she looking after you for your well-being, she's looking at you for your health so that you can live longer. And that's what the lady said. The lady said a lot of women come through here about ready to get rid of the man, and you trying to make the man live. Now, I will say that I'm a few years older than my wife, so it would be expected for her to want me to live for a long time. But that's the beauty of that wife that I've been talking about, and what I'm trying to explain to men is that once you receive God in your heart and you can actually see the wife that you was blessed with, then that's where you will learn to appreciate and respect the woman that you've been blessed with. And it's just in their nature. That's just a woman's nature. That's why they raise the kids. That's why they take care of the kids. That's why they pretty much be the mother, even when the fathers aren't being the father, because their roles don't stop. A man could just go to work, come home, get a beer, lay on the couch, and the day's done. She still got to cook, clean, and make sure everything is going for tomorrow. My beautiful wife actually start her day at 4:30 in the morning every morning to make sure that the family is well put together in the morning. Everybody's ate and fed and made sure that they're taken care of. So that's what I've been stressing these past few weeks about the beauty of being married and the beauty of having a wife. Because as it says in the Bible, and that is that when a man gets a wife, he gets a good thing. And I've been blessed with a good thing. And that was the moral of that story, from me going to the doctor and then finding absolutely nothing wrong with me, except for maybe a little low on vitamin D. And they gave me a little vitamin for that. So other than that, I'm in pretty much healthy shape. And that's because of her feeding me right, making sure I rest right, make sure I exercise right, and just basically maintaining and helping me stay healthy as a man. So now that I've said my part about a wife, and I'm stressing the same thing time and time again, that it just takes until the man receive God in his heart and he can really see, because God will help him see the beautiful woman that he was blessed with. And you know he was blessed because he married her. So, on that note, we're going to see what Miss Kenyatta got to say about this, and then I'll come back and close. So, on to you, Miss Kenyatta.
Okay, Mr. Delgado. Yes, this scripture right here. The one thing I really have to stress to a lot of women and men, my source and my main secret is keeping God in it. This scripture right here. You can barely see it, but I'm going to hold it up again. Okay. It reads, Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I reject knowledge. I reject you from being a priest to me. This scripture is very, very deep. This is the root and the main thing that I rely on. We lack knowledge. Keeping your husband balanced and healthy and well-rounded, a lot of women lack knowledge. When I was in a group meeting, and the main thing that I heard, a lot of women didn't know how to keep a man. And I was just overwhelmed and surprised at how many women didn't know how to cook a meal, a healthy meal. They didn't know how important it was for a man to cook a healthy meal. A lot of women didn't know how to serve a man. They thought he can do his world, I could do my world. They didn't understand nagging and complaining about the role that you do as a wife. They didn't understand or comprehend that's part of your wifely role. And a lot of times we lack knowledge. We really lack knowledge, especially in the black communities, especially in dealing with marriage. It took my husband to go to the doctor to make him realize how much my role is, how much he has a balanced life because of what I put in his appetite, how I have to get up and cook and prepare his food healthy. We didn't always have this type of lifestyle because we used to eat out. I was obese at a point in my life. We had pizza, hot wings, Chinese food. We ate out, and then I cooked unhealthy food for a while. I fed him bacon, eggs, toast, all in a breakfast meal, and fixing him hot pizza pockets, and egg rolls, shrimp egg rolls, and I fed him a lot of unhealthy stuff. He used to eat late at night, 2 or 3 in the morning, eating pork chops. He had a lot of unhealthy habits in the beginning of our relationship, and I did as well. But I had to get knowledge. I'm gonna hold this scripture up again because it goes back to the Bible. You do need knowledge of God, and you do need scriptures to help keep you intact on how to keep your family balanced. Because I lack knowledge on me feeding my husband the wrong foods, he could have clogged arteries. I worked in a telemetry unit in the hospital. And the major key thing that you had to do in order to get discharged, they would have to educate you on a diet. I saw so many people, from white to black to rich to poor. Our job was mainly to educate people on how important your diet was. And that helped me keep my husband balanced. That knowledge on dieting, not eating late, allowing him to sleep, giving him peace, giving him sex, doing these balanced roles is key to keeping your man healthy and living long. I know a lot of women today may not even do this, but if you don't want to do it, pay somebody to do it. A lot of times we lack knowledge, and so many women just don't understand. I can't do all that role. You probably can't, but there's nothing wrong with getting help. And what I mean by help, you may have a relative cook a healthy meal and drop it off at your house. Somebody may say, look, let me pay for a date so you and your husband can have a break tonight. When we having an argument or disagreement, the best thing we know how to do before we go to bed, get that anger off our chest. Be the first to apologize. Don't go to bed angry, and bitter. Serve that man back just for peace. Be the bigger one. And a lot of women don't get that, and I didn't know that. You can be angry at your partner, and that can draw stroke because you don't want to apologize. You don't want to get out your comfort zone for your partner. Or you don't want to get up and have sex with him. Or you don't want to get up and cook a healthy meal for him. And a lot of women don't understand you serving that man helps him live a better life, and he could treat you better and reward you better because you're keeping him in the role he needs to be productive. And a lot of women lack knowledge here. And I'm not trying to talk about anybody. I lacked that knowledge. And it took for me to realize I couldn't cook all that bad food for my husband no more. You know, I had to learn how to change habits. You have to change habits to help each other learn and grow. Because the one thing that I was grateful for, I changed. I didn't keep feeding him the pork chops every day. You know, he still eats, he still does eat, but he had to cut it down. It's no different than making sure he rests at night. You know, my husband used to work nights. And when he worked nights, he was just all over the place. You know, from working at night to sleeping in the daytime and working all night and eating unhealthy and all that type of stuff caught up with him. And I'm glad that we learned how to balance things out because it wasn't easy to change. You know, it was a process, just like cutting back on the sodas, drinking water. And that's a process. And the condition he in, and the doctor said they praised me. It was amazing because somebody taught me. And what I mean by somebody taught me working in that telemetry unit really showed me how many people have heart problems. A lot of people are what they eat. And you can kill yourself and be killed by what you eat. And that's how important it is to watch your husband's diet. Make sure you're cooking a healthy meal. If there's no food around to eat healthy, you can make a healthy smoothie, a veggie smoothie. You can do some things to help out. Take them to the track. Make them run one lap around the lap to pump that heart muscle. You got to invest in your marriage. Investing in your marriage is teaching healthy habits. And that's why I said that scripture, because we lack knowledge. I had lacked a lot of knowledge, nagging and complaining, you ain't paid this bill, when we gonna go out here. Sometimes when you get off of work, let him calm down before I just come at him and say something to him. And as women, we don't know how to back off. We be like, you worked all day, now you gonna hear my day. And I had to change that habit. I don't want to kill him, but I know people are doing it for insurance money today. We see that. But that's just not our relationship. And that's not what we're not trying to preach. We're just trying to give some wisdom back. Take care of your man. I stress to my family members, my sisters, if you got a man or something, take care of him. Make him rest. Make him eat right. And I'm not saying push it and bully on him. Do it in small increments. Do it small. It's a process. Ain't nobody going to stop drinking overnight. Ain't nobody going to stop clubbing overnight, hanging out. My husband did. But time caught up with him where he had to change. And I'm glad I changed with him. And we're both at a healthier state now. But in the beginning, I was obese and my husband was okay. But the one thing that, what I mean by okay, is health. His health was okay. But I'm just glad he don't have a heart attack. He don't have a stroke. And he's not obesity. And a lot of that comes from me caring in a different way. Give him peace. And thanks for letting me share. Hope this wisdom benefits relationships and learn to make it healthy, lasting, and love. Back to you, Mr. Delgado.
Thank you, Miss Kenyatta. And that's what I've been saying about having a beautiful wife, The Rock. The Rock keeps things together. And I like to say thank you, Miss Kenyatta, for me being 57 years old and not having any ailments at this time. And that's a blessing because not many people I know that's my age that's not on any medication. And I like to let them know that it was a process. I did eat unhealthy for a long time. I did not rest right for a long time. But through time and patience and guidance and discipline, I learned how to live better, how to eat better, how to exercise, how to get my rest. And the results was when the doctor said that they didn't find anything wrong with me. So that's my definition of The Rock. And that's why I'm stressed to men that it's beautiful to have a wife. Because once you start caring about you in just ways of just your everyday being, and start caring about you as far as your health, and knowing that you're healthy and that you're trying to make you live a long life, So that's when you know that you have a beautiful wife. So I pray that this show tonight will help somebody, touch somebody, and heal somebody, and make them realize that having a wife is a beautiful thing. So, as we always say at the end of the show, love, peace, and togetherness, and good night.